make the room look something different than the schoolroom they just left. Even though we all know it's the schoolroom. Make it more scouting, or some adventure, or whatever. Okay, let me ask you guys a real serious question here. How many of your packs have a plan if you discover that at an activity we have a child that's not accounted for? Anybody? I got one plan right here. Anybody else? Guess what? None of us did. Leesburg Parade was last Saturday. My pack had a great time. We get to the very end, I'm disassembling the float. Mom comes up and says, "Where's Owen?" I don't know. Where is Owen? I'm thinking, is this a quiz? I was in charge of Owen. Owen was missing. I've got a lost child. Boom, phone, 911, bang. Call my different leaders. Does anybody have him? Bang, 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 bang. I'm calling around. It was 15 minutes of sheer, absolute terror. The parents were freaking. I was getting to the point, like, gotta show calm, but inside I'm like a duck on a pond. Oh my gosh, I've lost a boy. It was horrible. It was a horrible feeling. It ruined that, even after we found him and everything was fine, it still ruined my entire weekend because I was constantly really reliving that, how horrible that is. And as an adult, responsible for these boys, whether or not I'm truly responsible for every minute when a parent's there or not, is immaterial. Responsible for these boys, and I had lost one on my watch. And it still makes my stomach hurt. Immediately, I go back and I create a series of policies for my pack. We have a plan now. No ifs, ands, or buts. Parents should be at events. Okay, they may not always be at the events, but you should be encouraging them always to be there. Parent or guardian. Scouting, Cub Scouting is family. Boy Scouting, not so much. Cub Scouting, yes, it is family. If a parent is not there, okay, that's okay. Hopefully that's more the exception rather than the rule. And also hopefully it's an exception when they're more Webelow age. It's absolutely not acceptable as a tiger. Tigers must have a family member there, period. No exceptions. No family member, sorry, the boy has to have a guardian with him. They're partners for a reason. Tiger partners. My den leaders, I want all my den leaders to have every parent's cell phone in their den. Absolutely every one of them. In this case, we did not have all the parents' cell phones to call around. I knew the parents that were there to call around, hey, is he with you? We didn't have all the numbers. They weren't with us. I want my parents all to have their den leader's cell phone number. Not everyone did. Here's the big one. I have it highlighted yellow for a reason. Multiple adult leaders should be advised if a scout is without a parent. If a parent goes, we got to run something. I got to drop Timmy off at a baseball game. We'll be right back. I'm leaving Johnny. I expect them to come to one of our adults and say, I'm leaving Johnny. Me to look them in the eye and go, okay, look at Johnny so I understand what Johnny looks like. Well, hey, you never know. They all look the same in the blue shirt, and the same hat. It's like, And I'm looking at it, and then also I want to make sure that I have another leader. Hey, Ray, come here. Johnny's parents are not going to be here for a little while. We're responsible for Johnny. Okay. Now I got two leaders that can constantly go, hey, everybody's doing good, Johnny. Everybody's doing good, Johnny. That's what we have to do. That's what I do with my own kids, right? Hey, everything's going good. Robert, where's Robert? Oh, there he is. That's what we have to do. And we weren't doing that. We did not, no one knew that this child was there without a parent. They were on the float. They put them on the float. The parent says, we'll meet you at the end of the parade route. I would not have had a problem with that had the adults, had I known, because I would have known, keep it on. It's okay. I'm okay with that. Because, it's a pretty, we had plenty of adults for safety. And as long as I know at the very end not to let anyone go disappear, we've been okay. The parents need to advise leaders when they're picking up scouts, even if they've been at the event the whole time. You can't just have everybody scatter at the end. I know it's a pain in the rear, but the adult needs to make contact with the leader and go, okay, you got something? Okay. Hey, have a great weekend. It needs to be a handshake. Multiple leaders need to be advised if a scout is to be picked up by somebody else. Big time, especially if it's someone else that is a new person to the pack that we don't know. you know, if Uncle so-and-so picks him up often, or he's going home with another parent because they're going to play date or something like that, okay. But if it's something we don't know, they better be introduced to us as leaders that so-and-so is going to pick up this child. No exception. And every leader needs to have every other leader's cell phone number. I was missing one of my gym leader's cell phone numbers. Kicking myself for it because it's the one who had the boy. Seriously, it's the one who had of course it's the one who had the boy. Thank God it all worked out okay. And I don't want it to sound like, you know, be afraid, but be prepared. Think it through. It's very possible. And it'll happen when you're least prepared for it. So work on it.